For the first time in almost 4 months, I felt like the whole world was twisting. Me after a party. Hey everybody, welcome back to Steins Gate Zero. I am your host, the Musical Gamer. Okabe Rintaro has just gone through the first reading Steiner in quite a long time. Well, sort of. At least in this particular pathway, this particular run of the game, this route, he's going through reading Steiner. I think he's already gone through it before in the other side of the game, in the other paths that branch off from other points, but this particular time is particularly shocking to him, so let's just see what happens. Who was it? Who had changed the world line? I didn't do anything. I had interfered with the world. So why was the world doing this to me? If only we had answers. Ooh. Oh. Oh dear. I opened my eyes. Things had already taken on different colors. The world kept wavering until once again it became fixed to a single point in time. I wasn't looking at a warm, cheerful party in the lab anymore. I was outside. It was raining. The rain was falling on my face in drops so large that it hurt. It was a midwinter rain. It was freezing cold, and I could feel it sapping the strength from my body. Ooh, that's a pretty scene. Not. My view stopped twisting. I was staring at the broad back of a man I didn't know. I could hear the sound of many boots stamping through the mud, mingling with falling rain. The stench was terrible. The smell of sewage was so strong it hurt to breathe, and it was mixed with the awful smell of burning rubber and plastic. Where was I? What was I doing right now? Things around me had changed so much. I tried to understand the situation I was in, but my brain was having an awful time keeping up.
もう少しです。頑張って。
When I stopped, a rough hand patted me on the shoulder encouragingly. Excuse me? I looked around to see a man my age with a strong, powerful face. It was a face I'd never seen. I didn't know him, probably. The man was wearing the camo outfit and equipment I'd often seen the self-defense force wear on the news. He was carrying an assault rifle on his shoulder. There were 7 or 8 people around me, all dressed the same. Listen to this music. Oh my god, this music is like eerie, dark and eerie. They surrounded me in a circular formation and walked forward silently, as I kept a careful eye on the area around them.
この人たちは自衛隊員?
And then I realized I was wearing the same camo uniform they were.
俺が自衛隊員だって?
What? What world did we just wander into? Is this the outbreak of World War III? I don't know. But we did end up going in that one timeline. We did end up traveling into the future. So I guess it is possible that we could be again. But for some reason, I feel like this is present day. And I don't know why, but this is quite terrifying. Is this the outbreak of World War III early? I touched my bicep to check, but there was no muscle. It was flabby and weak. Unlike the others, I wasn't carrying any weapons. And what was going on here? It felt like these 7 or 8 tough-looking SDF guys were all guarding me. Since when was I that important? Still confused, I dragged myself onwards. Where was I, anyway? It was a long path filled with dark brown mud. The walls formed a tall silhouette to the left and right. The path was filled with garbage and concrete rubble, and sometimes we had to force our way past it. I see all the broken cars! I looked up past the high walls. Despite the rain, the moon in the night sky was strangely red and a little too bright. It was thanks to the moon that we were able to walk down a path like this without flashlights.
Huh?
Sound. I heard a sound. It was the sound of water. I looked over and saw a hole open in one of the walls. Filthy water was pouring out. The water formed dozens of little rivers that blocked our path. So that was it. This was the bottom of a river that had dried up. What looked like high walls were the river dikes. Ah!
ここってどの辺なんです?
I turned towards the man who had spoken to me a bit ago, and I yelled so that my voice could be heard over the rain.
大きな声を出さないで。
すみません。
あと少しで都心を抜けます。練馬駐屯地の近くまで行けば車が用意されているはずですから、そこまでなんとか歩いてください。
The Nerima garrison? But his words cut off there. Oh no. Oh, I hear that sound. Everyone seemed more tense than ever. One of them grabbed me and pushed me toward the side of the riverbed. Everyone put their backs against the wall and held their breath. I could hear the sound of a helicopter's rotors in the distance. No, more than just one. They were getting closer. I had no idea what was going on, but I could feel my heart start to beat faster.
あの車の陰に入って。
Past several meters of rubble lay an overturned car. It must have fallen into the riverbed after the water had disappeared. The entire body was bent inward and the roof was completely crushed. I lay down in the stinking mud and slid into the shadow of the overturned car. At the same time, the SDF soldiers were issuing each other orders as if it was something they'd planned for already. Two of them stayed by my side and everyone else ran back the way we'd come. They all climbed up crevices and outcroppings on the wall, then disappeared over the edge of the dike and out of my view. Shortly after. Those were gunshots. And not just a single shot from a handgun or anything like that. This is the sound of war. I could hear the helicopters get further away, drawn by the gunfire.
なんてことだ。
In this world line was Japan at war? The Third World War. I remembered Suzuha's words. I happened to look inside the crushed cars. I could see the corpses of a man, woman, and small child hanging upside. Oh no! Oh God, why? They were all covered in dried black blood. They looked like mannequins in a bad haunted house. And then I realized I'd been so focused on moving forward that I hadn't noticed what they were, but I'd seen similar mannequins sunk into the mud. I could see their arms, the bones and ragged muscle exposed to the air, reaching up to the sky as if seeking salvation. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle a scream. Those weren't mannequins.
今です。壁に沿って進んで。
Oh my God.
ルートを変えます。さあ、立ってください。
He pulled me up. My knees were shaking from shock and exhaustion.
仲間がソ連のヘリ部隊を引きつけてますが、それほど持ちません。早く。
Soviet helicopters? Wait a fucking minute. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, created in 1922. After the end of World War II, began a long Cold War with America. Yeah, the Soviet Union. The Cold War ended in 91. It consisted of Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Are you telling me the Soviet Union's back?
ソ連
My mind was dulled from the terror, but it seemed like there was something off about what he just said.
しっかりしてください。あなたを守るために、すでに何人犠牲になったと思っているんですか。
The Soviet Union? Wait a freaking minute. Did somebody go back in time and keep the Soviet Union alive?
俺を守るなぜ
理由は聞かされていません。でも、命を懸けて守れと自分は命じられています。それがこの国の未来につながるのだと。
A helicopter passed over the riverbed. The bright searchlight passed by him for a moment, but thankfully the shadow of the dike hid us.
こっちへ。
I almost said something wrong there. The young SDF soldier, whose name I didn't even know, pulled me inside one of the holes in the concrete. When I looked closely, I could see that it was the entrance to a sewer. It was just big enough for a single person to pass through. Struggling against the flow of water that came up to my knees, I pressed on through the darkness. My sense of smell had already gone numb, so I didn't have to worry about the stench of the sewage. Once inside, we came to several branching paths. The SDF soldiers seemed to know which one would lead where, and they marched on without hesitation. And then we came out of the sewer and back into a riverbed. It was dried up just like the one we'd been just through. I didn't know if it was the same river or another one, and the two soldiers didn't tell me. Either way, I was glad to finally be out of the foul-smelling darkness, and I tried to take a deep breath and fill my lungs with fresh air. Oh, that's probably not a good idea, but... Halfway through, I realized that the riverbed smelled even worse than the sewer. I took an involuntary step back and then another. The sight in front of me was just that terrible. What was once a riverbed was now filled with bodies. Some of them had been burnt totally black, so it was impossible to tell how much death lay before me. Japan was nuked. What seems like multiple times, probably. And in the distance, I could see what looked like bonfires. They were burning despite the rain. The fires were consuming the mountains of flesh that once were human bodies.
もうすぐです。きついでしょうが、走れますか？
The SDF soldier spoke to me, and then I came back to my senses. If it weren't for these two, I wouldn't have been able to stay sane. We ran through the riverbed, one of them in front of me, the other behind. I could hear the constant drone of the helicopters above me. Sometimes the searchlights got very close. Each time they did, I hid in the piles of bodies until they passed. Oh my god. Dude! I'd seen this many times before as I'd wandered through the world lines. I'd seen death. Yeah, but that... I'm sorry, Rintaro, but that doesn't compare to what you're seeing right now. I'd seen the moments when people had died. But at the same time, I never experienced what happened to a dead person after they were left out for a long time. More than fear, more than sorrow, the thing that hit me first was the smell of death. The rotting stench ate away at my body, not my soul. My whole body was rejecting it. It made me feel sick. Thinking that way meant trampling on the dignity of the dead, but I couldn't help it. The Valley of Hinnon. I remember that phrase. That was what the strange attacker had said that night when they came after Dr. Leskin and Maho and me.
たとえ片目であろうとも、貧の無の谷の炎に投げ入れられるより、ずっと幸いに違いないの。
That valley was the origin of the word Gehenna, meaning hell. It was said that flames burned there every night, scorching the heavens themselves. Those who died merciless deaths, with anger and misery in their hearts, were flung into the flames, their souls becoming black smoke that rained hatred down upon the land. What I stared at now was Gehenna. The two soldiers led me to a half-collapsed subway tunnel. The lights were all off because there was no electricity, but there were 3 armored cars in camo colors with their headlights on to illuminate the way. There were 4 wheel drive off-road vehicles covered in thick chunks of armor, but I didn't see any real weapons.
ここから地下鉄内を通って埼玉へ抜けられます。入間基地はまだ無事と聞いています。そこまで行けば関東を脱出でき。
Iruma Base, one of the Air Self-Defense Force's largest bases, located in between Iruma and Sayama cities in the Saitama Prefecture. It's home to 18 units and around 4,300 personnel, and is also the location of the Air Defense Command Headquarters Flight Group.
切るはずです。
関東脱出。
話は向こうで聞いてください。とにかく急いで。
There were a lot of things I wanted to ask, but even as we spoke, I heard what sounded like gunshots outside the tunnel. The men forced me into the back seat of one of the cars.
それではご無事を祈っております。
え、あなた方は？
自分たちには別の任務がありますので。では。
The 2 soldiers who had brought me here saluted and turned around and left the station. I felt like I was never going to see them again. You probably aren't. The door of the armored car slammed shut with a heavy thud. The car's crew were SDF soldiers just a little older than me. The diesel engines kicked to life, and the car raced down a tunnel that had originally been designed for trains. Of course, it wasn't a pleasant ride at all, but I didn't have any choice. There was no way I could tell them I wanted to go to Akihabara. I had no way to alter the world line. I had to survive in this hellish world. And to survive, I needed to do what they said. My wants didn't matter at all. I wasn't even allowed to express them. I just did as they told me and ran. It was all I could do. But I had no idea that it would take an entire month. Wait, what? You were stuck in this world for a month? Oh, dear God. Okay, wait a minute. I can scroll this, apparently. The story so far, the USSR starts experimenting with a time machine, and America goes apeshit. Give me that time machine! USSR. Kotowaru. I refuse. Eastern powers and Soviets get cocky. How's it feel to be you right now, huh? How's it feel? This brings us to the end of the regularly scheduled Cold War. I'm gonna bomb you from Japan. Oh god, then we'll invade Japan. Oh shit. God damn it. What the hell? Why is this a shitpost? USSR is kicking ass. Hokkaido and northeastern Japan are screwed. Are they coming for central Japan now? Amateurs who know nothing about strategy need to shut the fuck up. The SDF may look like they're retreating, but they've actually got a defense line at Mount Fuji. They're about to start a counterattack. The Mount Fuji line. Who the hell is dumb enough to believe Japanese Imperial High Command? Imperial? Excuse me? We better not start hearing calls for kamikaze pilots soon. You're the real threat to Japan. Wait, what the hell happened to the collective's right of self-defense? America's only interested in protecting Okinawa. Well, we have a huge base there, that's why. So what the hell's the SDF doing getting sent off to Siberia? How the hell are they supposed to protect the country? You protected Chicken Hawk. You want to fight? Go volunteer. They say they aren't getting enough recruits. Are they going to start conscription soon, you think? What's the point of conscripting a bunch of a fat otaku? Just get in the way. What the hell? War these days require professional soldiers. I mean, yeah. Says the fat otaku who doesn't want to go to war. Captain Bajina. Who the hell is this? There are barely any professional soldiers left in Japan. All our masters in America sent them all around the globe and then stuck them there. You guys will probably be getting your conscription notices soon. Good luck. I'm a chick, so I don't care. In other words, if we get a sex change, we don't have to go, right? Oh my god. The real enemies of Japan are its own citizens, huh, asshole? We're going to be split up like Germany. It's likely. They say there's a provisional government forming in Okinawa. They're all set to abandon East Japan and just have America protect the West. Those incompetents in the government might honestly do it. Holy shit! This is... Oh my god, this is serious. Strategically, America can't let go of Okinawa. And Japan wants to keep some kind of government. That means that making a provisional government in Okinawa is the best option. So Okinawa is going to become the capital of West Japan? But if he's escaping to Kanto, that means he's going to Eastern Japan. Unless, I mean, Eastern Japan doesn't include the Kanto region, but that's pretty east. You banished the hell of, you bashed the hell of Okinawa up until now. Now you're telling me this? Shut up, traitor. So if I'm a traitor, then what are you? If you're posting on @Chan right now, that means you're either fled the country or ran to Okinawa. Is this today's you don't get to talk threat? Wait a minute. Is that Daru? He said that before. W. Hold on. Shortened version of the Japanese word for laughter. Warai. Oh, that's what that means, warai. Supposedly, it was first used in a non-Japanese online game. By adding a W to the end of the sentence, or placing it in the middle, you can indicate that you find the situation humorous. It's basically the Japanese version of LOL. Okay. Of LOL. Making grass grow because of the way they look. Okay, that's fair. The reason it took a month to get to Okinawa was that we were losing the war. Supposedly, the plan had been to ferry me by plane to Okinawa once I'd arrived at Iruma Base. But the constant bombing had slowed us down, so they gave up on the plane and decided it escaped to Kyushu by ground. There was more than one attack by Soviet spies and assault teams. Some of the SDF soldiers protecting me had died. So basically, Japan has become a war zone between America and the Soviet Union. But when I got to Sasebo, I was able to get on a maritime SDF escort ship and managed to escape to Okinawa. Why were they doing all this for me? No matter how many times I asked, no one would answer. Okinawa in winter was covered in thick clouds. Come to think of it, I hadn't seen a real break in the clouds for a whole month. I was thinking about that when I was loaded into a van with dark-tinted windows that had come to pick me up from the port. Inside the car was not only the driver, but a middle-aged man sitting in the front passenger seat. He was very short, perhaps only around 150 centimeters tall. But he had the air of a military veteran, and even though he was fully dressed, I could tell he was extremely muscular.
岡部倫太郎君だな。私は防衛省中央情報保全隊の下山という。
The Ministry of Defense, oh boy.
これから空港に寄り道してから彼らの沖縄防衛局へ向かう。長旅で疲れているところ申し訳ないが、もうしばらく我慢してくれ。
It's not like I have a choice. はい。 Oh, God. I had heard that Tokyo had been destroyed. The major functions of the Japanese government were now headquartered out of the Okinawa Defense Bureau to allow for better cooperation with the American forces stationed nearby. That's what Shimoyama explained to me. That's a hard name to say. In other words, the place I was heading to was the core of Japan's defenses. Once I arrived, I would understand why it was so important that all these soldiers were willing to die to protect me. I don't know. Oh, the car stopped in front of Naha Airport for a while, and then I saw a surprising pair get aboard. Surprising? Meaning you know them?
Okabe-san!
Yuki and Fubuki?
本当だ！オカリンさんだ！
君たちはユキさんと中瀬さんじゃないか。
I wasn't expecting to see them there, but they were the first people I knew who'd I met coming to this world line. That alone was almost enough to make me cry. But still, I couldn't just sit there and be happy.
マユリはマユリの行方を知らないか。
大丈夫です。
Yuki nodded as if trying to make me feel better.
さっきまで一緒だったんです。
She was?
一緒だった。
そうなんですよ。マユシーでしょ、ルミホちゃんでしょ、ルカ君、楓ちゃん。
So Mayuri, Ferris, Luca, and Kaede, but where are they?
今朝空港に着いて、みんな防衛局というところで保護してもらえるというので待っていたんですが、さっき急に私と吹雪ちゃんだけ先に連れて行くと言われて、それでこの車に乗せられたらオカリンさんがいたってわけ。
とにかくみんなが無事でよかった。
Since Daru and Suzuha weren't mentioned, I was going to ask about them, but...
すまないが、積もる話は後にしてもらっていいだろうか。
Oh, Shimoyama cut me off and the car started moving. Thanks, dude.
沖縄防衛局には君たちのご家族もいずれ到着する予定だ。すでに我々の方で保護はしている。
Okay.
本当ですか？
Why?
よかった。
What's so important about our families?
別行動になったお友達の皆さんもすぐ後ろの車に乗っている。離れ離れになるわけではないから安心していい。
I took a quick look and saw another identical van a little behind us. So Mayuri and the others were there?
じゃあ後でまた会えるんですね。
もちろんだ。
Okay, I mean, that is good. But then I started to wonder about something else. Why were we split into different cars? Well, I mean, you probably can't fit everybody into one car. The van could hold at least another 3 people. Oh, really? If we squeezed tight, it could easily hold everyone. Or was there some reason they'd put me, Yuki, and Fubuki into the same car? The car drove alongside the Okinawa monorail for a while, and then went south to a wide bypass.
暗いな。
何です？
いや、こんなに店が並んでるのにどこも真っ暗だから。
There were lots of franchise restaurants, big supermarkets, cafeterias for tourists, and rent-a-car places, all jammed together along the side of the road. But all of them were dead silent, and their lights were turned off. Barely any of the street lights were turned on, and the only cars were Japanese and US military vehicles. I didn't see anyone out walking.
10日管制と午後5時以降の外出禁止令が出ているんだ。
Oh, 5 p.m. curfew. Jesus Christ, that's hardcore.
沖縄なら安全とは言ってもね、戦時下なんだよ。以前のようにはいかない。早く戦争など終わって元に戻ってほしいものだ。
So, Japan is under complete martial law. Wartime, huh?
なあ岡部君、君の知っている沖縄は夜遅くまでもっと明るくて楽しい場所だったろ？
どうでしょう。俺は沖縄は初めてなので。
それはもったいないな。なら次は楽しい旅行で来られることを祈っているよ。ここは本当にいい島だ。
I'll take your word for it. The car headed up from the bypass over a land bridge, and then to another road. We quickly came to a long tunnel.
実は3人に防衛局に着く前に少しだけ質問をしたくてな。それでこうして同乗してもらった。
Oh, okay. I guess that answers our question from before. What questions? My guess was right. That meant there was something he wanted to ask just the three of us. But why us three? Yeah, why Yuki and Fubuki? What's going on? I wasn't particularly close to Yuki or Fubuki. I'd only even started talking to them a few months ago. And then I shook my head. That was before the world line changed. Maybe things were different in this world line. I had no idea what my relationship was to anyone else in this world line. Since the SDF had been treating me so well, I didn't want to make Shimoyama suspicious. I decided it would be best to leave most of the talking to Yuki and Fubuki.
天音ゆきさん。
はい。
Shimoyama spoke to Yuki first. Yuki went stiff when her name was called. I could feel it even sitting next to her.
君は橋田至君とその妹さんがどこにいるか知らないだろうか。
The two of them are missing? Little sister? That must be Suzu. That would mean that even in this world line, Suzuha had come from the future and gotten to know Yuki and the others while pretending to be Daru's sister. And the SDF evidently didn't know where Daru and Suzuha were.
いえ、私は。
Yuki fell silent and glanced over to me as if expecting help, but I didn't know where they were either. I didn't even have any memories of this world line, so I had no way of answering. But Yuki's attitude bothered me. It was as if she knew where they were and was deliberately hiding it, and that I was supposed to be hiding it too. I could figure that out, but I'm sure Shimoyama could too. A strange tension filled the car. Yuki was trying to hide it? From whom?
知らないかな？
Shimoyama turned around from the front passenger seat and asked again.
すみません。
Yuki bowed her head in apology.
でも君は橋田君とかなり親しいお付き合いをしているんだよね。恋人に何の連絡もないというのは。
Oh!
携帯電話なんて、
Okay.
もう使い物になってないじゃないですか。
連絡方法なら携帯以外にもいくらでもある。
I guess the two of them were dating. For sure this time.
でも、本当に何も。
妹さんからも？
はい。
時に岡部君は橋田君と何か研究をしていたらしいね。
Uh-oh. I wasn't sure how to react when the conversation suddenly turned towards me. Researching? Researching what? Uh-oh. If I panic, I'll make them suspicious.
どんな研究をしていたんだね？
I would just have to give him the most harmless answers I could.
研究というよりなんていうかちょっとした発明のアイデアというか。
発明？
竹とんぼに CCD カメラをつけて空撮ができないかとか、掃除機の排気をドライヤー代わりにしてみるとか。
ほう、なかなか面白いね。それじゃ何かとんでもないものを作っていて、それを知られないために我々から逃げたというわけではないんだね。
逃げた？
Damn, I responded. That was a mistake. But that didn't mean that Daru and Suzuha were hiding from the SDF amidst all this chaos? Oh god, the SDF had risked their lives to protect me over the past month. Shouldn't I be asking them for help? I got even more confused.
知らないのならいいんだ。橋田君たちのことは保留にしておこう。
Somebody, please tell me what the right answer is. How am I supposed to respond here?
中瀬克美さん、君には別に聞きたいことがあるんだ。
Nakase Katsumi.
私？
This time it was Fubuki's turn to jump up in her seat.
いやいや、そんなに緊張しなくていい。大したことじゃない。
Or so Shimoyama said, but Fubuki was clearly starting to get scared. Her reaction was strange. It was too strong. Maybe the self-defense forces weren't simply protecting us. For one thing, there was no way normal civilians like us merited such important treatment. But then what were they after? No, I could guess. This has to do with the time machine, doesn't it? Yeah. This war started with Russia's time machine experience. And of course, Nakabachi was involved. I learned from some of the soldiers that even in this world line, he'd sought asylum in Russia. And Suzuha was a time traveler from the year 2036. If Suzuha was here in this era, that meant that it was Daru who made the time machine that brought her here. If you had a time machine, you could change the outcome of this war. It would make sense if that's what the Japanese government thought, and if that was why they were trying to capture Daru, Suzuha, and their friends. Once I realized that, the whole situation started to feel terrifying to me. We're not being protected, we're hostages, aren't we? Was this car really headed toward the Okinawa Defense Bureau? And if it was, were they really going to keep us safe there?
先週中瀬さんに受けてもらった健康診断なんだが、
何か悪いところでも見つかったんですか？
いや、東京で怪我をした傷も治りかけているし、体調には問題はない。ただストレスがひどいようだね。まあ無理もない。あれだけひどい空襲をくぐり抜けてきたんだ。今やほとんどの民間人に PTSD があると言ってもいい。
I'm not too surprised at that.
ただ君の場合、他の人とは少し違うようだ。
Oh?
随分とリアルな夢を見たりするとか、ひどい時には白チュームというのかな。現実と夢の区別がつかなくなることもあると聞いた。
だからそれが PTSD ってことじゃないんですか？
Fubuki was too scared to speak, so Yuki interrupted curtly. It was rare to see Yuki act like this. If nothing else, I'd never seen it before. It was plain now. Yuki didn't trust Shimoyama. In fact, she considered him an enemy.
いや、それが実に奇妙な話なんだが。
Shimoyama paused for a moment and rubbed his chin.
中瀬さんと非常によく似た白チュームを見る人たちがいる。しかも一人や二人じゃない。
This is reading Steiner. They're remembering previous world lines.
もちろん程度の差はあるが、国内だけでもすでに十数名ほど見つかっている。どうやら海外にもいるようだ。まあ、西側諸国の情報しかないがね。
そんなのただの偶然じゃ。
Fubuki was incredibly frightened, so I spoke in her place.
プーシンを知っているだろ？
Push, what the hell? What the hell is that? I have no idea. Oh my god. So many things. Alright, pause if you want to read these. Pause if you want to read these. Because, I ain't got time for that. I want to see this one. Fictional Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Oh, it's Putin! You've got to be kidding me. He was the second president of Russia. After 2008, he became its prime minister, a former KGB agent. He became the president again, too. God damn it. It's fucking Putin! Putin! Why? Why are you a problem even in Steins Gate? Suddenly, Shimoyama turned his gaze towards me and asked me a question.
プーシン、ソ連の書記長ですよね。
I almost said the president of Russia, but managed to stop myself. The Soviet Union still existed in this world line. Putin's title was General Secretary, not President. I'd heard that during my time at Iruma.
そう。だが、中瀬さんは興味深いことに、プーシンがロシアの大統領だと答えたとか。
Ah, shit. What?
すみません。なんか寝ぼけてたんです。それに私、勉強とか全然ダメで。
いや、そうじゃない。白チュームを見る人たちの特徴の一つなんだ。皆一様にそう口にする。プーシン大統領とね。ゴリバチョフやレリツィンのことも大統領と呼ぶものばかりだ。
Gorbachev, I'm assuming? And Yeltsin? I can't think of who that is. Boris Nikolaevich Yeltsin, a former U.S. Oh, you're talking about Lenin. Wait, really? You mean the first president of the Russian Federation, as well as its prime minister? Wait, no, that's not Lenin. That can't be Lenin. Mikhail Sergeyevich Gorbachev, General Secretary of the Soviet Communist Party, the last leader of the USSR. He executed the Perestroika plan and brought the Cold War to an end.
そのおかげで研究者たちは陰で大統領病とか呼んでるそうだが、センスのないネーミングだな。
No way. Is he talking about reading Steiner? There was a strong chance that people besides me had that power, even if not as acutely. I've never found out for sure, but what Ferris had said in the Alpha World line certainly suggested it. So it was certainly possible that Shimoyama's waking dreams were actually the effects of reading Steiner. If they were all aware of the world line shift a month ago, just like me, if Fubuki had the same memories of the other world line that I had, it would make perfect sense that she called Pushkin a president.
ゴリバチョフ？レリツィン？
知らないのかね。世界史の授業でやっただろ。
私高校時代からずっと理系だったもので。
常識だと思っていたが、今の若い子は知らないのか。最近の学生がここまで不勉強とはね。岡部君は知っているだろう。ゴリバチョフやレリツィンくらい。
ええ、まあ。
ベルリンの壁の崩壊やペレストロイカも。
In the fall of the Berlin Wall, so the fall of the Berlin Wall still happened. But what is this? I don't know what perestroika is. Russian for restructuring. Policy of economic revolution via the introduction of market-oriented economics that was implemented in 1985 by the Soviet Union. Originally, it was an attempt to reboot a stalled socialist economy, but it led to the end of the Communist Party's one-party dominance and the collapse of the USSR. Okay, did that not happen? Is that what changed? After World War II, the capital of Germany, Berlin. Yes, I know about the Berlin Wall. I know about East and West Germany. But the Berlin Wall still fell.
はい。それも教科書で。
The second after the words were out of my mouth, an alarm went off in my mind. Hold on. Is he talking about things that only happened in the other world line? Something was wrong. There was something strange about what Shimoyama was saying. Is he trapping me? And then I realized. The East and West were caught up in the middle of a world war. How could the Berlin Wall have fallen? Exactly! Oh shit! And then Gorbachev could Gorbachev really execute perestroika? None of that has happened. The Soviet Union never collapsed. The Soviet Union never had issues. It was kept alive by time travel. By the time I realized he tricked me, it was too late. My panic appeared on my face.
君もそうだったのか。そしてそれを故意に隠そうとしたね。やはり情報通りなんだな。君は何か重大なことを知っている。なあ岡部君、教えてほしいんだが。
Shimoyama suddenly laughed. It was a bitter laugh, almost eerily so.
ゴリバチョフ？レリツィン？君たちが口にするそれは一体誰なんだ？
I bet you any amount of money they were assassinated, and that's why the Soviet Union's still around.
我々はもちろんアメリカのあらゆる情報機関にもそんな人物のデータは存在しないんだ。
Does it exist? I looked over at Yuki. From the look on her face, I could tell that she really had no idea who they were. So, Fubuki and me have the reading Steiner, but Yuki doesn't? Or at least it hasn't activated in her yet?
ペレストロイカだの、ベルリンの壁崩壊だの、それは本当にあったことなのか。答えてくれ。
But I couldn't answer. I was thinking of something completely different. I suddenly realized why the world line might have changed a month ago on Christmas Eve. What if Russia used the time machine that day in an experiment to change the past? The goal of the experiment would have been to stop the collapse of the Soviet Union. Fucking Christ, Russia! Really? Again? Gee, oh. And if the result of them changing the past was this world line, how foolish. A single change to the past and the butterfly effect makes the entire world so different. Did they know how many people had died?
君や君の友達には本当に他の世界の歴史が見えているのか？
Oh, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. The butterfly effect. If a butterfly flaps its wings in Beijing, a storm will occur in New York. Even a small change in starting conditions can lead to radically different results. Oh god, chaos theory and all this stuff. Freaking... God, I hate time travel sometimes.
私にはとても信じられない。頭のおかしい学者どものたわごとにしか。
He was about to push me further when... We heard the sound of an incoming call on his cell phone. Shimoyama grunted and took his phone out of his pocket.
下山だ。ああ、今防衛局へ。何？どういうことだ、それは。くそ。これだからバカどもは。あいつらどこの国の政治家だ。
Shimoyama's finger slammed down on the end call button so hard I thought the phone would break. There was a look of rage on his face.
行き先変更だ。嘉手納基地へ向かえ。第2ゲートだ。
His words were filled with irritation as he spoke to the driver. Changing destinations? Who was he just talking to? As I sat there confused, Shimoyama started to call someone else.
下山だ。行き先を変更する。嘉手納基地の第2ゲート前で落ち合う。
That was all he said before he hung up.
どういうことですか？
状況が変わった。これから岡部君は米軍基地に行ってもらう。
What?
そのまま米軍機でアメリカへ行き、なんていう楽しい旅行が待っているかもしれんな。
America?
せめてファーストクラスを準備するよう要求しておくが、期待はしないでほしい。あいつらは我々の言うことなど、飼い犬の吠え声としか思ってない。
なんでアメリカに？
CIA か NSC か知らんが、君の即時引き渡しを求めているそうだ。
The NSC? The American National Security Council, an organization that works directly for the White House and advises the president on national security matters. Oh, lovely. Okay. The president, the vice president, the secretary of state, the secretary of the treasury, and the secretary of defense. Great!
だからなぜ？
そんなことはあいつらに直接聞け。
And then he turned back towards the front and fell silent, refusing to answer any of my questions. The car went down the road for a while until we got off at an exit that read South Okinawa. God damn it! What the hell? What is this? Several U.S. soldiers had evidently been waiting for my arrival.
君をアメリカに渡したら、もう我々のところには正しい情報なんて一つも降りてこなくなるだろう。だから、これが最後の機会だ。
Shimoyama turned around from the front passenger seat and looked straight at me. His eyes were desperate and begging.
教えてくれ。我々はこの先、どうすればいいんだ。頼む。
I remembered all the soldiers in Tokyo who'd fought so desperately to protect me. Were they fighting to help someone else in Tokyo right now? Or were they already?
俺にはわかりません。
岡部君。
本当にわからないんです。俺一人の力でこの戦争をどうにかできると思いますか？ゴリバチョフやレリツィンがロシアの大統領になるとか、東西冷戦を劇的に終結させるとか、そんな歴史を知っていたところでどうにもならない。
I could hear the sound of another car getting closer. Shimoyama sighed and opened the passenger side door.
降りたまえ。
I exited the car as I was told. Mayuri! Oh my god, she looks so cute in camo! Mayuri got out of the van behind us and ran over to me.
マユリ！
My childhood friend flung herself into my arms and I held her tight.
よかった。無事で。
I could feel her warmth. Mayuri was here. I'd never gone almost a whole month without seeing her before. And this was wartime. I couldn't easily contact her like I could in the old world line. So I'd been so worried about whether or not Mayuri was okay. It was no exaggeration to say that I'd survived this far just to make sure. I had erased the entire Alpha world line to save her. No matter what happened, I wanted her to be safe.
悪い。
I had held her too closely. I took a step back.
マユシーね、信じてたよ。オカリンと絶対また会えるって信じてた。よかった。無事だったかにゃ。岡部さん。
I heard two more voices I recognized. Ferris and Luca, and behind them I saw Kaede.
みんなもよく無事で。
岡部さん、
ルカ子。
I felt myself getting choked up too when I saw Lukako cry. I exchanged greetings with Kaede too. Fubuki had grabbed onto her like a little kid. She was still pale and trembling.
フェリス。さすがにメイド服じゃないんだな。
フェイリスって呼ばれたのも久しぶりにゃ。
Ferris spoke sadly. Then she put her hand around my neck and held me close. Her little pink lips got close to my ear as if she was about to kiss me.
おい
What was going on?
照れることないにゃ。
She laughed mischievously. Then Ferris, no, Rumiho Akiha, whispered into my ear while pretending to kiss me.
気をつけて。防衛省の人も米軍の人も信用してはダメ。
I had a feeling.
大人は嘘だらけ。みんな本当のことを言わないわ。
That's right. Ferris had a special talent. Cheshire Break. Excuse me? I know what the Cheshire Cat is. A fictional grinning cat in Alice in Wonderland. Yes, I know. She was incredibly good at looking into someone's heart and seeing what they were thinking.
あ、思い知ったよ。
One of them just tricked me. Ferris looked surprised and took a step back.
悲しいにゃ。
そうだな。
Sorry. And then I heard the sound of another engine. This time it was coming from beyond the gate and inside the base. It belonged to a black luxury car with an E on the license plate. Behind it was a minibus. The two of them stopped in front of the gate. It was time for my reunion to end.
Welcome!
An American soldier as tall as a basketball player got out of the car. Oh,
ようこそ
Jesus.
皆さん、私ハモンドです。歓迎します。
Hammond? His Japanese was good, but not great.
では、ミスター岡部以外の皆さんはバスに乗ってください。
He was smiling, but I could tell he wasn't going to allow any arguments. And the other American soldiers were still carrying their rifles as they stood guard without smiles. Shimoyama and the other Japanese soldiers were watching us from a distance. They didn't try to stop us, they were just looking downwards.
おかり以外ってどういうこと？
怖がらなくていいです。皆さんには少し話を聞かせてもらいます。でも後ですぐに沖縄防衛局へ送ります。さあ、どうぞ。
Oh, I know that's not true. You're sending me to motherfucking America.
おかり。
大丈夫だ。安心しろ。
でも。
ユキさん、参りを頼みます。
はい。
Yuki nodded and put her arm around Mayuri's shoulder as she led her to the bus. Everyone else followed.
おかり。
俺の両親によろしく言っておいてくれ。
Once everyone but me was on, the minibus left immediately. The area in front of the gate fell silent. It was hard to believe this existed in the same world as all the places I'd crossed on my escape through Japan's main island.
さて、それではミスター岡部、あなたはどうぞこちらの車へ。
He told me to get in the back seat of the black luxury car. What would happen to me once I got inside? I tried to think about it, but realized there was nothing I could do. I was just about to get into the car when...
岡部君逃げろ。アメリカへ行ったらもう生きて戻れ。
Oh! Shimoyama's scream was cut off by the sound of gunfire. In the corner of my eye, I saw the American soldiers firing without hesitation. No way. I tried to turn around when... Why couldn't he have said something sooner?
乗って。
A large hand blocked my vision as Hammond held me down. I couldn't hear Shimoyama's voice anymore. Through the gaps between his fingers, I could see that nothing was moving. And I knew exactly what that meant. I was shoved into the car before I had time to think about it.
こんなの。
I tried to open my mouth, but Hammond looked me in the eyes and shook his head. I wasn't supposed to talk then. Hammond sat next to me, then closed the door. The car started to move. Soon we turned down a different road than the one the minibus was taking. America, huh? I'd never been there before. What were they going to do to me there? Use me as a guinea pig? Cut open my head and dissect my brain? I probably wasn't going to be able to do any tourist things. I felt like screaming, but tried my best to stay calm. I love how you're worrying about being a tourist in this
あなたに
situation.
会わせたい人がいます。
Oh? Hammond suddenly spoke, then he handed me something. I took it before I even looked at what it was. When I checked, it was a normal smartphone.
ロックはかかっていません。そこのボタンを押して。
Confused, I pressed the button as I was told, and then something appeared on the screen. What just happened? You have got to be kidding me.
クリス。
Amadeus? It was the Amadeus Kurisumaki-se.
なんで米軍がアマデウスを
I was about to ask Hammond when, for the first time in about a month, that feeling came. Reading Steiner! You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Whoa! Okay, we went back down. Whoa, 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 whoa. What in God? You gotta be kidding me. I'm back? What? The world shifted. And there was a feeling of instability, like my brain was unable to recognize where it was, and then dizziness and a sense of falling, like you get when you're anemic. I could hear the blood vessels deep within my ears, and they suddenly sounded really loud. Since the floating finally stopped, my surroundings coalesced into firm shapes. I can't speak anymore. Oi. Mayuri was in front of me. It is January 21st. Holy crap. I've lost a month. Well, that is true, actually. I was in a month in that other world line. I was in the lab, in the room I knew well. There was no trace of Okinawa anywhere.
そんなに見つめられたら、まゆし恥ずかしいんだけど。
I realized that I was staring at Mayuri. I looked around the room. Daru was sitting in front of the PC like always, hunched over with his back towards me. Suzuha was reading a magazine on the couch. On the open page, I could read the title, New Encephalitis Strikes Worldwide. Are you in danger? The same couch, the same cheap fridge, Daru's computer desk, the dirty curtain that cut off the development room from the rest of the lab. The wall clock, which I'd picked up out of a garbage dump, told me it was past 6. I looked at the calendar and 2010 was already gone. It was January 2011. The world line had changed again. I was back? To the old world line?
なあマユリここって秋葉原だよな。違うのか。
秋葉原だよ。
今日って何日だっけ。
21日。
ゴリバチョフ知ってるか。
ゴリバチョフ？どこかで聞いたことがあるような。
ペレストロイカっしょ。恐ろしや。あ、でもゴリビーってソ連時代だっけ？やっぱロシアといえばプーシンっしょ。目の前で睨まれたらしょんべんちびる自信あるね。
you and most people.
プーシンさんなら知ってるよ。ロシアの大統領さんだよね。実はワンコが好きなんだよ。秋田犬を飼ってるんだって。ニュースでやってた。
That definitely doesn't sound like the Putin I know.
大統領。あ、そうだ。大統領だ。
Mayuri, Daru, and Suzu all looked over at me suspiciously. It felt like a long time since anyone had looked at me that way. I was back. I no longer had to worry that I might be killed at any second. I felt incredibly relieved, but at the same time, I wondered. Why had the world line changed again? Did America get a time machine and go back and undo Russia's mistake, made the Soviet Union fall, and and by proxy, caused the world line to go back to normal? I needed to calm down and think for a bit. I went up to the roof and booted up the web browser on my smartphone. Unlike during wartime, it connected immediately. I was amazed at the speed. Just getting an internet connection in the last world line had been difficult enough. I started by searching for Gorbachev, and the results came back instantly. Perestroika, the Soviet Union's first and last president. The August coup d'etat and the collapse of the Soviet Union. All the keywords I hoped to see were there. As soon as I confirmed that the Soviet Union was dismantled by the end of the 20th century and no longer existed, I closed the browser. Then why had the world line shifted again? I hadn't done anything, and I don't have any way to affect the divergence value. So what had changed it? Had whoever performed the first experiment in Russia undone it? Had they watched its progress for a month and been satisfied? Were they going to keep doing it? And if they did, would I be caught up in it each time?
Sam.
It was a mistake to come outside without a coat on. Nothing I could come up with by myself would be anything more than a guess. Shit. Alright then. I went back to the lab. Next time on Let's Play Steins Gate 0, I think we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to find out who the hell... Well, we have an idea who it is. It's Russia. Russia and America, I think, that are doing the stupid time machine war here. And it's starting to take its toll on reality. This is the Musical Gamer signing off. Thanks all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys then.